Hey everyone, good morning, afternoon for those on the East Coast. It is Wednesday. I'm home. Wednesday, I think the 22nd. I am home. I arrived home yesterday afternoon, and I was dog tired. I drove all the way from Hermosillo all the way home to Safford. It took about 5 hours to get from Hermosillo to Tucson, and then 2 hours because I went a little fast to get home. I had about a half-hour pit stop to drop off my aunt and uncle and to gas up the car. Crossing the border was really good. I was really glad we waited till Tuesday because Monday there was tons of traffic, but yesterday, I mean, people were backing up and going into a different lane to cross the border. It went really fast. It was less than 7 minutes to go through the border from Mexico back into Arizona. And today I just want to share with you guys, a little bit about my adventure of what happened down there while I was down there. Obviously, you can see I'm a little sunburnt. I ended up going to the beach for one day. Had a wonderful time. I just wanted to share, when you go down to Mexico, for those who are interested, you've been watching the vlogs and you're like, gosh, I want to go down there. Just to give you a few hints. One, before you cross the border, you have to get a visa to go in. You have to get permission. In Sonora, you don't have to pass certain places. Like you can drive down to Hermosillo, you can get down to Guaymas without having to get that special visa permission to go in deeper. If you go into other states, you might have to check. Before you drive down, fill up on American gas. If you can take a little extra gas, take a little extra gas from the U.S. If you can't, buy some additives, the gasoline additives to add to the gasoline. Always buy the good gasoline, the red one from the Pemex stations, because it's usually just Pemex. They don't have a ton of different gas stations. Everything is Pemex. The good one, get the good gas. Believe me, your car will jump with the green, with the cheap gas. It will literally jump. It will buck. It's hilarious. It's bad for your car. Even the good gas is not the greatest. That's why I highly encourage bring gas additive, that they sell at the auto parts stores. There are AutoZones down there. There's, I think there are O'Reilly's. I don't remember seeing O'Reilly auto stores down there. So, or bring some with you. Bring a few bottles down. They're only a few dollars and it's worth it. The other thing I wanted to mention is when you're driving in Mexico, when you're driving on the highway and you're trying to passing is called rebasar, that's to pass. Make sure, especially when you are going around a semi-truck, tractor trailer, however you call it, when you go to do that, make sure you leave your blinker on so that they can see you. That is something that they do at all times. And then, when you're going to get in front of them, once you're done passing them, turn your other blinker on, blah, 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 as normal. But here in the U.S., we don't leave our blinkers on when we're passing vehicles. And down there they do. Also, no rebasar means don't pass. Desviación is kind of like a rerouting of sorts, like when they're fixing a lot of the highways in Sonora, especially, going through from Nogales all the way down to Guaymas, especially past Hermosillo, going to Guaymas, the beach town. The highway is being fixed. There's a lot of rerouting going on. You're not supposed to pass. People still pass. This weekend while we were in Mexico, there in Hermosillo, over the weekend, there were like 2 big accidents where people were killed. People don't pay attention to the sign that says no rebasar, no passing. They will pass on through the mountainous areas, hilly areas with curves. And what I highly recommend is when you realize you're entering those areas, turn on your hazard lights so that people will pay attention and see you. Sorry, there's a gnat. They'll see you. We almost got into 2 accidents ourselves. People were passing tractor trailers in the hilly areas, around curves, and we almost got hit head on twice. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to, just be prepared. It's not a scary thing. Be vigilant, be prepared, be a defensive driver, and you'll be okay. Slow down, just to keep yourself safe and sound. If you're not going to stay in the beach towns and you decide you want to go back to Hermosillo, you want to go back to wherever, travel during the day. Don't travel at night. Don't travel at sundown. Try to leave early enough when there's daylight, just to keep yourself safe and others safe. And I caught a cold while I was in Mexico. It was so sad, but it's okay. In Hermosillo, it's very Americanized. There's a lot, you'll see stores that you recognize here. There's Walmart down there. There's Costco. There's a Sam's Club. They have 7-Eleven or Circle K's. There's even a KFC. There's McDonald's. There's not Pizza Hut, but there's some other pizza places. Domino's, yeah. I don't eat Domino's, but so just in case, if you're down there and you're like, I want something different, want American food, they do have it. And American money, you can exchange money pretty much in a lot of places. It's always a good idea to exchange your money before you drive down, before you come down. If you're caught without pesos, gas stations will generally they do take dollars. It's not usually the full amount that the exchange places or the banks will give you, but it's pretty close, So like right now, the peso is valued at 18.3 pesos per dollar. The peso is very devalued when they're buying dollars from you. But the gas station took it at 18 pesos. So, not a big difference, but there is quite a difference. Gas is very expensive down in Hermosillo. It's very expensive down in Mexico right now. They up the price. They sell it per liter, not per gallon. So it can be, can be kind of expensive. So, but yeah, it's a wonderful time down there. I highly recommend it. If you've never gone, or if you've gone before, and you want to re-experience it, go for it. My family's from Sonora, but Sonora's the desert, and they're considered one of the hottest places on earth 2 or 3 times a year. So if you want to go down, March is a good time, April's a good time, mid-May the latest. And then if you want to go down, I would suggest late September and October, and that's when the weather's calming down and it's getting back down into the 90s and 100s. It does get up to like 120, 130 degrees. So, if you go, always take water with you. Always drink filtered water. People do get sick from drinking regular water. If you get ice, make sure it's ice that has been filtered. Don't just drink any ice, because again, you'll get sick. And just take precautions, have fun. It's a great place. It's fun. Don't get too wild, because the police doesn't take it easy on people, that's for sure. But be safe, have fun. It's a great place to go. And hopefully you guys enjoyed my little adventures. I didn't record everything that happened. I mean, there was Wednesday night, last Wednesday, I didn't record it. I forgot to record it. But after spending the day going out, running around, I didn't even post it. There was a party. There was a birthday party, and we had carne asada, and we had cake, and everybody was together, and there's a million children running around, and it was just a really great time. If you have friends who are Hispanic and they're inviting you to go to Mexico, you know what? I would highly recommend that. Have the real experience. Don't just have a hotel, experience. Do the real deal. Experience it at the fullest. A lot of people don't have a lot of money, but they're rich in love, and they're rich in kindness and hospitality. And you end up feeling so spoiled and so special. And that's why I love going to visit my family, you know. And when you go down, if you're invited by someone, you know, and you want to bring them things, just bring them things. Don't be afraid to bring things, and give them gifts, you know. Bring some whatever. If you know they like something, bring them a little something. People just love it. But look at this. In 1 week that I was gone, our trees started to sprout leaves. And my grapevine started to sprout leaves. So it's pretty cool. I'll show you guys a picture in a second. But yeah, I just wanted to share what, you know, just a little tidbits. If you have any questions about travel in Mexico, you know, I could always help you find pages to help you look up things. It's always fun, you know. Again, if you have friends, you know, family who are inviting you to go down, that's always a wonderful way to go because they are locals. They know what they're doing, where to go to eat. You don't always have to go out to eat to fancy schmancy places. The street food is very good. You know, you just have to know who to go to make sure they're making good, healthy food, clean food. But it's great. And, you know, that's all. So we will be starting to do vlogs here around southeastern Arizona. I'm going to start going around to, I live near Tombstone. Tombstone's about an hour and 20 minutes away. So I'll take you guys to Tombstone. I will take you guys to the Thing, which is actually where I found my dog, Eva. So, and that place has been vlogged about. So I will show you guys the Thing, and that's where I found her. And then, of course, we can always go back to Clifton, Morenci, and I can take my time and record more stuff for you guys. And then we're only 45 minutes from the New Mexico border, so there's the catwalks, and there's well, they say Mogollon, but it's in Spanish, it's Mogollon. And it's a little mining town set in the valley of a mountain, and to get down there, you have to go down this 1-lane road on the side of the mountain. And so there's places to go and check out. There's also the rock hounding area. So I'll be taking you guys there too before it gets too hot. Plus, there's Mount Graham. It's beautiful up there, and it's beautiful year round. There's snow. They get all the weather, all the seasons. So I'll be taking you there with me also. And so get ready to come along because I'm taking you. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Love you, and talk to you later. Bye. My leaves are starting to prop. This is a green grapes vine, so they're just starting out. So welcome. And just in case you were wondering who howled, this is Wapple. He was telling us off. Hi, Wapple. Oh, yeah, good boy. Oh, yeah.